There is a magic that lives in the high places of the world, a kind of ancient energy that seems to hum in the thin, cold air. It's a quiet power that calls to the adventurous spirit within us all, urging us to step beyond the ordinary and seek something greater. When we think of Russia, we often picture endless snowy plains stretching to the horizon, or the grand, colorful domes of Moscow rising above the city. But there is another Russia, one that lies hidden in the cradle of its mighty mountains, waiting to be discovered by those willing to wander off the beaten path. These are not just piles of rock and ice, they are sleeping giants, keepers of ancient stories and home to wonders few have ever seen. Each peak and valley holds secrets whispered by the wind, tales of explorers and dreamers who came before. The air is crisp, the silence profound. You can almost hear the stars whisper, as if the universe itself is sharing its mysteries with those who listen. This is a journey to those hidden realms, a world away from the familiar, where every step takes you deeper into the unknown, and every turn reveals a new wonder. Russia's mountains are a grand invitation to leave the bustling world behind and step into a landscape painted with the boldest colors of nature. Emerald forests, golden meadows, and wildflowers that seem to set the hills ablaze. Imagine standing on a peak, the world stretching out below you like a beautiful rumpled blanket, the wind carrying the scent of pine and adventure. It's not about conquering summits, but about discovering what they hold. Wild creatures roaming free, ancient cultures thriving in remote villages, and untamed beauty that stirs the soul. We'll travel to the dramatic Caucasus, where jagged peaks pierce the sky, and to the golden Altai, a land of myth and legend, and the ancient Ural Mountains, each with its own secrets, each with stories etched into stone and whispered by the wind. So pack your sense of wonder, your curiosity, and your courage. The mountains are calling, and we must go. Their wild heart beats in time with our own, inviting us to explore, to dream, and to discover. Let's begin our journey into the heart of Russia's wild soul, where adventure and awe await at every turn. Our first destination is the magnificent Caucasus Range, a formidable wall of rock and ice that stretches for over 1,000 kilometers, forming a natural barrier between Europe and Asia. These mountains have stood for millions of years, their jagged peaks rising defiantly into the sky, shaping the land and the cultures that surround them. Here, Mount Elbrus, the highest peak in Europe, reigns supreme. Its twin volcanic cones, often shrouded in swirling clouds, have inspired legends and challenged climbers for generations. At 5,642 meters, Elbrus is not just a mountain. It's a symbol of endurance and awe, a silent guardian watching over the land. The beauty of the Caucasus lies in its dramatic contrast. Towering, snow-capped peaks loom above lush green valleys, while meadows below burst into color with wildflowers each spring and summer. The landscape is a living tapestry, ever-changing with the seasons. Waterfalls tumble down sheer cliffs, their spray catching the sunlight, while turquoise rivers wind their way through deep ancient gorges, carving paths through the stone over millennia. The sound of rushing water echoes through the valleys, a constant reminder of nature's power. Every turn along the mountain paths reveals a new vista, each more breathtaking than the last. From sweeping panoramas to hidden corners, the Caucasus never ceases to surprise and inspire those who venture here. The mountains hold their breath, guarding secrets from centuries past. Ancient battles fought on these slopes, with lonely watchtowers standing sentinel, and mysterious stone towers overcrushed built protection of the mountains. These relics are silent witnesses to the region's turbulent history. These silent sentinels, weathered by time and the elements, remind us of a time when life here was both harsh and fiercely proud. They stand as monuments to resilience, echoing the stories of those who once called these mountains home. As the sun sets, snowy peaks glow with hues of pink and gold, the landscape softening into the gentle embrace of twilight. The mountains seem to exhale, their rugged outlines fading into the evening mist. In these moments, the Caucasus feels alive, a living, breathing entity with a soul of its own. The shifting light and rolling mist create an ever-changing canvas, as if the mountains themselves are dreaming. The silence here is profound, broken only by the whisper of the wind through alpine grass and the distant calls of birds soaring overhead. It's a place where you can truly listen to the heartbeat of the earth. The Caucasus is more than just a mountain range. It's a place that leaves an indelible mark on your soul, a memory that lingers long after you've left its heights behind. Here, nature's grandeur and mystery are on full display, inviting us to explore, to wonder, and to dream where giants sleep. The Caucasus is woven from legend, its peaks and valleys echoing with stories passed down through generations. Mount Elbrus, the highest summit in Europe, is said to be the very place where Prometheus was chained as punishment for giving fire to humanity. According to ancient myth, his cries of pain and defiance still echo through these icy peaks carried by the wind, a reminder of the price of knowledge and rebellion. Mount Kazbek, another giant of the range, has its own powerful tale. Here, Amirani, a hero much like Prometheus, is bound deep within a cave. Each year, his loyal dog tries to free him, but the chains are magically renewed, symbolizing the endless struggle for freedom and the resilience of the human spirit. These stories are not just old myths. They are woven into the very identity of the region. They speak of defiance, courage, and an unbreakable spirit that has shaped the people who call these mountains home. The forests and valleys of the Caucasus are also shrouded in mystery. Here, legends tell of the Almas, mysterious hairy beings said to roam the wild places, glimpsed only in the mist or at the edge of vision. Science hasn't found proof of these elusive creatures, but the stories persist, whispered around campfires and passed from one generation to the next, adding a sense of wonder and mystery to every trek through these ancient lands. As you walk through dense forests and along hidden paths, you can't help but wonder what secrets the mountains still keep, what ancient truths lie just beyond your sight. These legends help explain the power and majesty of the landscape and the deep, almost spiritual connection between the people and the place they inhabit. The mountains aren't just a backdrop to these stories, they are living characters with moods that shift from gentle to fierce, and a presence that commands respect. Listening to these ancient tales by a crackling fire, surrounded by towering peaks, you feel connected to the soul of the Caucasus, as if you are part of a story that began long before you arrived. Here, myth and reality blend seamlessly, making every step an adventure and every journey a chance to discover something timeless and extraordinary. Next, we journey east to the Altai Mountains, Golden Mountain in Turkey, a land of breathtaking beauty. Golden larch forests, pristine lakes, and rolling green slopes define this crossroads of Russia, China, Mongolia, and Kazakhstan. The Altai feels gentler than the Caucasus, but just as wild. One day, you're trekking open steppe dotted with ancient burial mounds. The next, dense taiga forests. In autumn, the large trees turn brilliant gold, setting the landscape ablaze. Lake Teletskoye, the Little Baikal, is a magical deep lake surrounded by forested mountains and untouched shores. The people of the Altai honor their land, tying ribbons to trees as offerings to local spirits. Their reverence for nature has preserved the region's beauty for generations. The Altai is not just a place to visit, it's a place to learn from nature's wisdom. The Altai is steeped in spirituality and ancient shamanic traditions. Shamans or Khams are spiritual guides believed to travel between worlds, healing and maintaining balance with nature. Petroglyphs, ancient rock carvings, dot the landscape, depicting animals, hunts, and rituals connecting us to the distant past. Every mountain, river, and lake is believed to have a spirit master that must be respected. Travelers leave offerings for safe passage, fostering a deep respect for the land. This worldview has helped protect the Altai's pristine environment. Meeting a modern shaman is unforgettable. They carry ancient wisdom and a deep connection to the land. Their chants and stories reveal a world of spirits and energy, invisible to most. The whispers of Altai shamans echo through the mountains, a timeless reminder of nature's power. Here, spirituality and wilderness are forever intertwined. Our final destination is the Ural Mountains, the ancient stone belt stretching over 2,500 kilometers. Unlike the dramatic Caucasus or Altai, the Urals are older, lower, and gentler, whispering rather than shouting for attention. Dense pine and fir forests cover the slopes, creating a landscape that feels ancient and mysterious. The Urals are rich in minerals and gemstones, home to miners and craftsmen for centuries. The Manpupuner rock formations, 7 giant stone pillars, stand isolated on a plateau shrouded in legend. Local tales say they were giants turned to stone, frozen in awe of a powerful shaman. The Urals also protect vast wilderness in national parks like Tagane and Yugidva, Here, crystal rivers and quiet trails invite exploration and reflection. The Urals may be understated, but their quiet soul endures. They are a gentle giant, holding Russia together through the ages. Life in the shadow of the Urals is shaped by the meeting of Europe and Asia, a unique blend of cultures and traditions. The people are resilient and practical, yet deeply appreciative of their natural surroundings. Craftsmanship thrives here, with artisans transforming local minerals into exquisite jewelry and art. Ekaterinburg is famed for its stone cutting and jewelry making traditions. The cuisine reflects the region's crossroads, tripelmeni, hearty dumplings perfect for cold winter. Sharing a meal with locals is a window into their warmth and hospitality. Life moves at a slower pace with a strong sense of community and connection to the land. Ancient festivals mark the changing seasons, celebrating history and ancestry. Spending time with the people is as rewarding as exploring the mountains themselves. Here, life is grounded, authentic, and deeply connected to the ancient stone belt. As our journey ends, I'm filled with gratitude for Russia's mountains, their beauty, legends, and cultures. These places are sanctuaries for wildlife and sources of spiritual nourishment. The wild creatures we've glimpsed, ibex, snow leopards, remind us of the magic we must protect. The rivers, forests, and meadows are delicate ecosystems showing what's possible when nature is allowed to flourish. In the silence of the peaks, we reconnect with ourselves and the planet. The mountains teach resilience, humility, and appreciation for simple beauty. Let's promise to explore with gentle footsteps and open hearts, to protect these wild places for future generations. Whether you visit or admire from afar, let their spirit inspire you. Let's be guardians and storytellers for this wilderness. The mountains have given us so much, now it's our turn to give back. My darlings, I hope this journey has sparked your curiosity and sense of adventure. The world is a wondrous book, and these mountains are some of its most beautiful, unread chapters. The magic of the Caucasus, Altai, and Urals is real, waiting for you to discover. By joining these adventures, you become part of a community that values exploration and preservation. Let's keep the spirit of wonder alive, whether on distant peaks or in your local park. Every adventure, big or small, deepens our connection to the world. Thank you for coming along. The journey doesn't end here, it's just the beginning. The next adventure awaits. Will you join me?